The goal of the project is to run an elevator.
The elevator had several parameters that we needed to work with. One of them being the pinouts, right? We couldn't change the pinouts. Imagine this as the elevator someplace, and we have to interface with these pinouts. We can take the program we built and the motor drivers we do, and we just scale it up, and next thing you know, it's as real as it gets for a real elevator.
When I get the circuit, I just understand how it's connected and every part how it works, and I also reference what we get the picture of the breadboard.
Based on this, we made our PCB.
And I try to build my board. And the first time, everyone say I built it, but it didn't work at all.
Just one condition fails and the elevator function corrupts. And sometimes while it's going up, the door automatically opens. And what happens when you are in the elevator and door opens automatically and somebody just push you and just you could fall out.
The parameters of the assignment were to make the elevator move up and down, open the door. There's an infrared sensor to check to make sure that the door, opens when somebody's walking in. And then you also have, it goes up and down. It's an elevator.
There are 3 LED to show fast enable, slow enable, and the direction. And there's a LED to show down motor. And all the sensors we just put a wire here to connect the power. It can make the sensor on and off. It can show the sensor if it works.
You have photo gates on the side of the elevator you have 3 photo gates. So these photo gates trip, and that indicates that the elevator is moving up. If you have 3 sensors, you go trip, and they move down. So you can tell the direction that the elevator is going based on these 3 sensors.
Design and teamwork is very important because anywhere in the real world, when you're in the workforce, there's going to be a lot of teamwork. There's going to be a lot of working with people where we have to meet a lot of deadlines, and there is a lot of stress.
ETD is electronics design. That's the main thing about it. So it's a course where we learn how to take small components like we had the 4N25 chip, which is standard optical isolator. We had the L293, which is a very popular H-bridge motor driver. We did an analysis on the part, so we did simulation. We took simulation of the chips. We did reports on the chips. We learned about the current limitations, the current needs, the pin configurations, the pin needs, and we took that building block, got the recipe for it, and we made something with the recipe. And the recipe was an elevator project.
These are the L293 driver ICs. They drive the actual motors. This transistor is used as an inverter.
What does it invert?
It inverts the signal coming out of the optocoupler. Since the driver ICs need an inverted signal to change direction of the elevator.
These are lab check DB15 pinouts. So for interfacing with elevator, you need a DB15.
Yeah, when I finished the second time to build this board, and we tested use the software and show the output by the LED, and test the sensor. You just use what is supplied to make every sensor to test it. It all those things work. So it proves that this circuit is good.
I think organization and communication are 2 important teamwork skills. In our team, we used email, we used Google, we used SMS. Well, documentation is very important, not just for designing and analyzing the circuit, but for the next team that may work on the project.
Documentation is operation instruction, test procedures, and the manual would tell you and guide you how, or it'll go through a couple steps of where you want to go first. So if you want to know how to operate it, if you want to know how to test it, if you want to know what it looks like, what everything does, what the pinouts are.
Budgeting the time is really important because time is money. And while you are in college, you have a hectic schedule. You have a lot of work to do, so you have to give some time for this project. Because if you don't have time for project, you need a team. You need all the members of the team on the time. You cannot do it alone.
PADS is a PCB design and layout software. So we use PADS to design our schematic and PCB layout. Because there are so many functions, you need to get used to using the software. So that takes some time. We placed the components that we needed, and in a logical type of placement.
Division of labor is important because there's a lot of work that needs to be done for this project. So we have to do software testing, we have to do hardware, we have to do soldering, we have to do a PowerPoint presentation, we have to put a document together. Of course, coding the program is going to take a lot of time. Not one person can do it.
The biggest lesson I got out of this project was the time management and the organizational part of working in a team.
You got to change the direction of the motor.
They got it.
Oh, it's not hot.
Yeah. Everything was fine.
Actually, it is really a difficult project, but finally we got the result like this. We are very happy about what we did. Yeah. We learned a lot of things about it.